Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners on the lands on which we're gathering today. For me, that's the Yagara and Turrbal people. I would like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. And just a reminder that sovereignty was never ceded in Australia. We're living on stolen land. Unless you're Indigenous, then you're not. I mean, it's still stolen, but like you didn't steal it. Wow, just put me in a hole. Okay, well, hi. I need to put my viewfinder down, or I'm just gonna stare at myself because I'm vain. Hello. I just thought I'd film like a chatty get ready with me kind of thing. I'm gonna film some videos today, and I'm just gonna put makeup on for that. Part of me's like, I want to be a vlogger, and then like part of me's like, that seems like a lot of effort. So I got all these samples from Mecca ages ago that I need to try out, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put my concealer on first today though. It creates my skin. Like that. Show of hands, who else is just like exhausted? It's Friday right now. I took the day off because I just can't right now. I've actually requested to go part-time at work because I just like, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I can afford my life without being full-time. Oh, I have 3 parcels at the post office. I gotta go soon. I'm lucky enough to be able to afford to do that. Not everyone can, I know that. But I can, which is nice, because I am on Struggle Street. Like, not necessarily like right now, although I am pretty tired, but like working full time, going to uni, just trying to cover this thing, you know, doing uni, trying to change careers, trying to also have a social life. That's a lot, and I'm very introverted. I almost just didn't have my coffee. I am quite introverted, which you probably know. And my job is actually pretty extroverted kind of job. And I kind of need to be like willing to talk to random people I don't know all day about their problems. Which, I mean, I like helping people, but it's exhausting. Like, it's so tiring. And then a social life is hard on top of that, because I want to have a social life. My husband is super extroverted and I want to do things with him instead of just staying home when he goes out all the time. So I'm hoping that going part-time will help with my like work-life balance. You know what I mean? Does anyone have work-life balance anymore? I don't know. It's something that just like doesn't get prioritized. People talk about it all the time. No one does it, right? God, look at my skin. I swear I look after it. I swear I look after my skin. I do so much skincare, and sometimes it just hates me. And to be fair, I've got the heater on. Like, it might just be like dry from the heater. And the heater's at work, and you know, it's really cold here right now. I'm not used to being cold, even in winter. This is Brisbane. It snowed a few hours from here the other day. Whatever. Let's get this sample from Mecca. It's the NARS Sheer Glow in Mont Blanc. I didn't think it was the Sheer Glow one that I asked for, but that's what she wrote on it. So, whatever, I'm gonna use my finger to apply it. So much in these packages, like they look so tiny, but like who puts on, I mean, some people probably do, so I shouldn't judge. Like, it's a lot. We did test it in the store and it was quite nice. And just start fiddling. Let's see if it holds up for a day of filming, hey? My skin is so difficult. when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like honestly, the best foundation I've found for my skin texture is Rimmel Match Perfection. No joke. Rimmel is my jam. So when I like try like a high-end foundation, like I tried the Bobbi Brown one. Bobbi Brown Serum Foundation, which I was like, okay, it's a serum foundation, it's basically skincare. Surely, right? Surely. God, I put so much makeup on. This is too much. What have I done? It just was horrible. And I was like, how much does this cost? Like, I would never pay that much for this. But this is nice. I'm very pale. Like, I saw another YouTuber with dry skin rave about this foundation. Trina Louise, check her out. And she's in the UK. And I thought if it's good for her, it could be good for me. It's not too bad. It's not as nice as the Rimmel. But it's probably a better colour for me than the Rimmel. So the problem with drugstore makeup is that it's great and it's cheap and it's all warm toned. Great. I'm starting to look less exhausted. This is great. It's a teeny bit more. I'm only going on camera, like I don't need to look perfect, but it'd be nice. So yeah, I'm trying to get my life together at the moment. I'm on a real like motivation kick. Like, I'm not normally a very motivated kind of person, but I would like to be. So I'm doing my best. And it doesn't always work out, but that's okay. But I'm hoping having an extra day to myself a week. Like I'm only going down to 4 days at work. So I'm hoping having like 1 day more a week to not be at work will give me a bit more energy to do like normal person things, you know? Don't go straight in with blush. What are you doing? So yeah. I've actually like, I paid for this. I bought an Excel spreadsheet template called a habit tracker. I'll link it below if anyone's interested. It's like daily, weekly, monthly tasks that you want to get done. I don't want this. Why do I keep opening it? To try and help you motivate yourself, I guess. And get a little serotonin boost from like completing stuff. Like the first thing on my daily tracker is check the tracker. So as long as I use it every day, I get a little boop, which is nice. But yeah, it's actually been really helpful. Like it's got like really normal person stuff on it, like make your bed, take your lunch to work, clean your kitchen, tidy up the stuff that's always on your bed. You know, put the stuff on a dining room table that you just leave there away. Do your skincare. Wear sunscreen. Oh, which I can check off for today because I put sunscreen on and skincare before I started. Put the vacuum on, you know, like things that normal human beings probably do without too much trouble. But my brain's like, no, you're not doing anything. I procrastinate. I do it at work, like when I'm anxious or stressed, like I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do this thing. I'm gonna do something else. It never works out for me. So basically, I just want to be a better adult. Oops, this stuff is so pigmented. Shout out to SheGlam, like this is actually a really great product. It smells amazing. The brush. Always forget about it. The little pore blush brush that is like made to be used with these blushes. so good. I saw someone on TikTok blending their blush into like their eye crease. So now I do it. I thought it looked really good on my face. So that's how I do my blush these days. I also take it up like pretty high. It just looks a bit less like I've got blush on and more like I have a face. Wow, a face, Sarah, you've got one. Wild. You could have fooled me. I've got a mirror down here in case you're wondering why I'm looking down there. And I take some of my blush right in the corners of my eye bags as well. Anything I can do to like take attention away from the fact that I have like chronic eye bags. Even like when I sleep well, I think it's just my face. It's just what I look like. Smells good. Oh, cute. Let's do just a couple of freckles. Oops. Went a bit hard on the freckles, guys. There's always like some splodgy ones that just look terrible because I don't really know what I'm doing. The foundation is kind of starting to stick to my skin texture, which I don't blame it. Like, it's not the foundation's fault. Just got powder everywhere. That's fun. So yeah, I got distracted. I like the tracker because it like has these little check boxes, and when you tick one, it moves your percentage for the day up, and it just, a little dose of, it did it! And it helps me remember things. Because I have a like written diary now, day by day, to try and get me to remember to do like basic tasks. I've got my Google Calendar to help me remember events. And I've got this tracker. And between the three of them, I feel like I'm getting myself together. It's a nice feeling to feel like you're accomplishing something, even if it's really basic stuff that I really shouldn't have a problem with, but I do. And like, I don't get everything on the list done. Like, ever. That's not my goal, because some days just like, if I think that I have to do everything on that list every single day, I just know that some days it like isn't attainable, and it will make me sad if I don't do it, and then I'll never use it again. So my goal isn't to do everything every single day. My goal is to get better at doing some things every single day, and like maybe increasing the amount that I remember to do over time. So hopefully it makes a difference like that. I don't know though. It's just an experiment. I just don't want to do nothing and end up being like the laziest human being on the planet. Because it does feel like laziness to me that I don't do these things. And I don't know if it is laziness I don't know if it's anxiety, I don't know if it's, am I neurodivergent, I don't know. It's just me. I need to be gentle with myself and just allow myself some space and some freedom to fail. Try to eat better too. That's why I've got on there like take your lunch to work instead of buying it. Like see if I can make my lunches and be a little bit healthier in that way. I mean, we eat relatively well, but not well enough, and I think I eat too much, and I just want to lose a little bit of weight, but in like a I want to be healthier way, not in like a I need to be skinny way. Like, we have like genetically high cholesterol in our family and things like that, and my cholesterol's already climbing, and I'm not even 30 yet. I'm sure all the cheese I eat doesn't help. So like, let's not die of a heart attack, right? It's pretty nice once it's like, you know, it's been sprayed, the foundation. And I'm trying to organize my house too. So I reorganized my entire pantry. I've got a new set of drawers for all my makeup. This is the old set here, I don't know if you can see it. We've finally got ourselves a proper linen cupboard, so the shelving over here, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I think maybe I'll actually put a bunch of stuff there. This is probably going to end up in Morgan's study, so I've got to find something else to put behind me for filming, because it's super easy to film here because this is my desk. Don't know, guys. I just bought a bunch of like, I'm still using Bella Box boxes for all my makeup in these drawers, and it's like really inconvenient. But I bought all these like, where are they? I bought a couple to test out. But I got all these from Kmart. I got a few, and I really like the way they fit in these drawers. These are Alex drawers from IKEA. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's fine. You can fit 3 across, which is awesome. So I've just spent like $60 on more organizers to fill up these drawers, to make them really organized, because I love organization. I just never do it because I procrastinate. Honestly, it's why I like don't post on Instagram and I like miss videos and stuff. Because I'm like, this isn't important, I've got to do other important things, but then I sit down and do nothing. And like when I'm resting, I'm like, I'm not resting well enough. Does anyone else ever do that? My rest time needs to be more rest productive. And I've got heaps of clothes to either give away or sell. There's a lot going on. It's a work in progress. My house is a mess while we're finding new spots for things and reorganizing and stuff. Anywho, which drawer is my palettes in? The Chic Glam Eye Primer. I actually quite like this stuff. Oh, my brows. I forgot about my brows. I have to do my brows. Brows. Something I haven't been successful in yet, including into my like daily routine, but it's on my list, is writing. Some of you will know, some of you won't, that I am aspiring to be an author of fantasy books. I love writing. I've been writing since I was like 12. But I've never, like, I finished one first draft once of a book, and then I was like, this is the biggest piece of trash I've ever written. And at the time that really disheartened me, and I like couldn't figure out how to fix it, so I just gave up and moved on to a different project. And then I realized I just need to understand writing more, so then I started doing more learning and more research, and I found all these authors on YouTube, and I was like, Sarah, your first draft is meant to be absolute garbage. Like, not garbage, but like, it's not meant to be a book yet. So I need to be a bit kinder to myself. But I need to write more. I'd like to write for 30 minutes a day. Either daily or every other day. That's like my end goal. Because I need to write, I want to write a book. I want to publish a book. I have really fun ideas, you know? Really fun characters, and I get so bogged down in plot holes, like, I'm like, I can't write anymore until I figure this one thing out. So, that's my brain. And it hasn't really come to fruition yet, like, it's in my tracker. I've only done once in the last, like, 2 weeks. But it's a goal to work towards more than like a necessity. And I'm not part-time yet, so I need to, you know, relax just a touch. But yeah, I worked out some of the issues recently in the book I'm writing, which is different from the first draft I finished a long time ago. I'll give you some spoilers. No, I'm kidding. But it's about this girl called Sloane, and she's like 30, okay? Like, she's not like a child. Like they are in like all fantasy novels, like everyone's a teenager. It's super annoying. This is not a young adult book. This is straight up an adult book. Meant for adults. And totally just stopped recording. Anyway, Sloane's a badass, right? She's super cool. She's from like a really, I probably shouldn't give too much away because I hope some of you one day will read it. She's basically a thief, but like not really by choice. Who is, right? She works for this like coven of witches. She owes them, essentially. They saved her life. And she's trying to work off her debt to them. And she's desperate to just be free of these people and to be free of everyone. And just finally be on her own and be able to make her own choices and decisions about her life. She really just dislikes other people. She's had a lot of bad experiences with people using her and just being around her for what she can give them more than just who she is. So it's a big part of her journey, is learning to trust people who actually just like her. She doesn't believe they exist. She's a touch messed up, but she's really good at what she does. Like, she's been trained since she was a little kid, and she's just naturally gifted. This is set in like medieval, kind of like it's not like Earth, it's like I've created a completely new world. And she's basically like, you know, it's equivalent of medieval times. And she basically has been trained since she was a little kid to fight, and she's really good with the sword. But like not in like a battle kind of way, in like a one-on-one combat. Like, she's sneaky, you know? She's little but she's fast. And she gets underestimated, and she uses all that to her advantage. She's just really smart and does things cleverly. Which is nice. And her best friend's a little dragon. She found him when he was an egg. And his name is Sebastian. He's very cute. And he's basically like a preteen. And he's kind of like gangly and dorky and just really cute. But he's like the only person in the world she likes. Everyone else can basically suck it. She just wants to hang out with Seb for the rest of her life and no one else. And the premise of the story is basically like the coven are like, look, the prince has a lot of political stuff going on. Basically there's this prince of this really powerful king. His like favored son has this like ancient sword called a dira. And the king's family stole it generations ago, and this coven actually made the sword. That's not a spoiler, that's just like straight up what happened. They created it, like, probably like, I'm gonna say like millions of years ago. Like this is ancient. And that's how long this line of witches have been active. And they're underground at the moment because the king's a, you know, douche. Trying to kill everyone who's magic. But, he stole their sword, and he uses magic for his purposes, but if anyone else uses magic, it's like against the law. And so everyone has to hide who's magic. And they see an opportunity to get it back, essentially, and they're like, look, Sloane, you do this, if you get us this sword, you're free. Like, you've paid your debt to us, you can go. You never have to see us again. She's like, alright. Easy. Right? Easy, right? And getting the sword is easy. Like where I think we're gonna start the story is like she's very easily takes it. She creates this really clever plan. She uses, as she does always, she uses people's weaknesses against them instead of just fighting things head on. She's like, no, I need to be smarter than this because I am tiny and this giant sword wielding prince will kill me. Scary. So she hatches this cool plan. She gets the sword like in the first scene. Like it's the first thing that happens. Oh my god, I need to concentrate. So easily distracted. So yeah, she gets the sword and she's like, I'm better than everyone. But trouble is afoot because she actually underestimates the prince. Right? Prince Bellamy is one of the other main characters and he's the one who had the sword. Both of them have a lot of learning to do, let's just put it that way. And he is actually really, she just assumed he was a vapid prince because he's pretty and everyone loves him and he's like the face of the monarchy. She just kind of assumed a lot about him, which was very wrong. And it comes back to bite her. And the story is essentially their story. And it's not a love story. Like it is, but it's not like, they're not romantically involved and I don't think they ever will be. Like, spoiler alert. But this is a friendship story. This is about learning to love yourself and trust people. And it's not about sex, you know? That may disappoint some of you. But, you know, I'm not saying that like there's never gonna be anything sexual in my story because it's an adult book, okay? But it's not like the theme of the book is not love, like romantic love. It's not a romance. But I just love these two characters. Bellamy and Sloane are just, they're the best. I love them both so much. And they both have a lot of things to learn and a long way to go in their journeys and in their lives. And I'm so proud of them for where they're gonna end up, like, because I know the secrets, right? And yeah, there's lots of magic. There's lots of like, you know, deception and that kind of stuff. Like it's gonna be exciting. And I know exactly where the story's gonna end. Like it's a trilogy or at least a duology. And I know where it's going. But the outer two-thirds, like the last two-thirds of my book, I'm actually not 100% sure how that's gonna look yet. I know where we need to end up to get into the second book and what's gonna happen loosely in the second book, but I'm not 100% sure how to get there fully. Like I've already basically written the first half of the book. I've written up until the midpoint, and then I'm just trying to figure out the best way to build up to the ending. You know what I mean? Because I want it to be exciting, but I also want it to be a little bit unexpected. Like I don't want people to think, okay, I know exactly where this is going. Because trust me, you don't. But like her character arc is pretty obvious. Girl who doesn't trust anyone. What do you think she's gonna do by the end? Probably trust someone. Surprise! If you know anything about creating a story, then you know. You know. Oh, I'm losing steam. Why is this taking so long? This video is gonna be like 50 million years long. Classic. That's never happened before. I've had the viewfinder down for this entire thing, so I really hope like I'm in shot. Which is funny because I like haven't even looked at the camera. Like I've been looking down at my mirror this whole time. And I was like, better put my viewfinder down so I don't stare at it instead of my camera. Oh yeah, I'm in shot. That's nice. That is nice. Ow! How did I do such a bad job of that? My eyes like are the wrong shape for this. I'm actually going to use the Aldi Lacura Beauty one because it's not waterproof. And I have no need for waterproof mascara today. It's too hard to get off when all I'm doing is filming a couple of videos. And studying. Because classes start for me next week. Ooh. I hope they approve my part-time soon because it's like... Now that uni started, like I kind of need it now. But I know they're doing some changes at work. Like they're doing a shuffle. I'm pretty sure. And once they know where they're gonna shuffle everyone to, I think then they'll tell me, yep, you can be part-time. And this is the day of the week. Because I haven't asked for a specific day of the week. I don't really care. My classes this trimester are after work, so I don't need a day off to attend a class or anything. That's enough. That's enough. I got this new lip gloss from MCO Beauty that came in a bell box, so I'm gonna try that today. Oh, it smells amazing. Cute little pinky nude. Not bad. Okay, I'm bloody done. Cannot be bothered anymore. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I think I'm going to be doing some more of them. Like just chill out, update you on like book stuff and motivation stuff and life stuff. Because it's like low stakes, you know, it's easy to film, easy to edit. Excuse me. Like no pressure. I'm not trying to be anything or do anything. I'm just chatting away, being myself. Talking to you instead of my therapist. No jokes, I actually have a psychologist that I see semi-regularly. Alright, well, I'm gonna go film. I'm actually filming a video for September right now. I'm super advanced. Anyway, I'm gonna go. It was really nice chatting to you all today. You're all the best. Thanks for joining me. If you did. If you didn't, then that's fine. But you made a bad choice. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you all so much. I would love to hear if you like this type of video or not, what you'd like to see from me, what you don't like seeing from me, and I'll just ignore you and do whatever I want anyway. Okay, bye! I'm trying to turn off my camera with my mouse.